Hey everybody, I have recently acquired my Pryme Vessyl from Mark One. I'm one of the original backers on the Kickstarter campaign, and since the original vessel has not yet come out, they were nice enough to offer a Pryme Vessyl to all the backers at no charge, just had to pay for the shipping. I've had it for a few days, and there have been a few things that have been difficult for me to figure out. Um, so as I have figured them out, I figured I would go ahead and share those with all of you. A couple of questions that I've seen on the user forums and things like that that were of interest. One, when you first take it out of the box, the lid is on it, and the lid just slides open and closed like this. Pretty nifty way to open and close the lid. But then when it comes time to actually put something in it for the first time or to wash it before you use it, the question is, well, how do you get the lid off? And you'll notice that there are instructions on Mark One's website in their FAQs on how to do this. And basically, you just do it like that. A lot of people have expressed that they're afraid they're going to break the lid. I noticed that when mine was brand new, it was a little bit more difficult to actually get the lid to come off than it is now. But I have very little reason to believe that you could actually break the lid by just removing it from the top of the cup. One other fun thing that I've discovered, when the lid is in the closed position, there's really very little more than just a couple of magnets that hold it on. And that's pretty amazing, because it's not, I mean, this thing doesn't, flake off here too easy, but you'll see that really, once you get it off, all you got to do to put it back on is just drop it in place, and now it's ready to go. It will align itself. And obviously, like I just showed, you can put a fingernail under here and pull the lid off like that. I've also found that if you push on the back of the lid, it's easy to just grab the front and it comes right off. There are a couple of magnets in each side underneath the silicone that will hold it in the open as well as the closed position. And then these magnets have plastic over them. I'm assuming that they're rare earth magnets, because they are pretty stinking strong. But that's a couple things about the lid. Also, when you pair it up, if you have any trouble, if you have any kind of tech knowledge at all, you might go looking for a reset button if you need to start it again. When the prime line goes up and you see that flashing, that means that it's ready to be paired. But on the bottom, I kept reading in the support articles about a power button or a reset button. And if you look at the bottom of this thing, you're like, well, where? The centerpiece here is what makes contact with the little spring-loaded contact on the coaster. And then this outer ring makes contact here, and that's what allows the device to charge. So I knew that this itself was not the button, but it kept saying that it was below the charging contact. And so I was pressing around trying to find some place that would give, and there was nothing. Then, upon further investigation, and I hope that you guys can see this okay. Let me see if I can get a good focus here. All right. You've got this little bitty blue dot down here at the bottom. As it turns out, that is actually this little reset button or power button that you'll read about in their FAQs. You can use it to power the device off if you're going to be storing it for a long period of time. But I tried using a pen, and that was to no avail. The only thing that I have found that will actually get in there and actually hit that button is a straightened out paper clip. And when you do a reset, you will actually feel it click a little bit. And then you'll see that there on the Pryme line. Now if you keep holding, I believe the website says for 20 seconds, then we'll get a full reboot. That will erase everything in the cup. I'm just going to hold it here for a little bit so you can see what the various indications are there on the Pryme line. But that's how you would go about resetting the cup. So now, if I were to set it on the coaster and plug it in, it's going to be just like waking it up for the first time right out of the box, and you can do your pairing process over again.